Rebel101 Jr. says, love Dwarf Fortress. Look forward to seeing what you do in the future. Hashtag, what's a Belgium? That's right. And Wouter says, you can elevate power lines with... What? Also, you can use one-way streets as Han... yeah, you can. The one-way streets, you can definitely use them. And maybe we should, because it'll encourage multiple lanes of traffic. Oh, for crying out loud. We can elevate power lines. That is amazing. Yeah, like, you can compare this to our flow, like, in other places. The flow is just so much better with no traffic lights, assuming you make sure there's no cross traffic. So what do we do with this thing? Because even if I change this to say, instead of the dual lanes, let's say I use like the 6 lanes or whatever, I believe there's still going to be the exact same traffic light. And if we get rid of this, still the traffic light. Although traffic will flow better because there will be fewer, like less competition. Well, one thing we could do is we could still use the dual lanes internally, but everything on this outside could just be a single lane, avoiding the traffic lights and avoiding this traffic jam of death. I mean, I could go and give them, I mean, whether it's a 6 lane or whatever, I could give them a one-way through here. But that's not really going to matter. People are mostly going the other way. I could have one-ways going out, but then emergency vehicles coming to these places would be terrible. I mean, I could leave this land clear, but I don't think that helps. I think the thing to do will be to literally, at least for these portions here, use a simple 2-lane road. I will go ahead and one-way this part, though. I think that's got value. No traffic lights. The fact that we have this may also be slowing things down considerably. It may actually be a good idea to have this just be traffic in, and actually have it sort of merge at a what, like a two-lane one-way. It's an interesting set of questions. I have to go and put Skype on Do Not Disturb because it looks like some people are about to have a big conversation. It's funny that the smaller roads, I believe, will perform better here. So this is no good. We've got to take a page out of our other books, which is over here. I mean, there's the 3-lane stuff, but we can't really use the 3-lane stuff effectively with this particular composition. I think it was a good try, but I think we go back to our other system. It's worth trying because this is the first time we'd come up with it. I also don't want to change this to be a 2nd lane coming in. Well, I suppose it wouldn't kill us, actually. So let me go and get rid of this. So now there's really less competition. Traffic should be able to flow in here much, much more freely than before. And what I'm going to do is upgrade this to a highway as well. This shouldn't be required to keep things flowing properly. The reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to go from here. I'm going to peel a line off, like so, and have it merge up here. Maybe, if I could not be hitting an underground pillar thing. There we go. Missing subscription. Ooh. Alright, that's a derptastic corner. Let me get back to that one. So if we do something like this... no, that's probably going to F everything up too, because there's going to be a weird merger here. I think we have to do what we've been doing, which is a unique intersection for each one. You can see it flows a lot better. This backlog will resolve itself very, very quickly here. Dretton! And Sarvoth, thank you very much for subscribing. You too. I think that's the only people I missed. Hello, hello. And Highclop sent in a donation. Hey man, I'm traveling, so we'll donate now and sub later. Absolutely love your content. Greetings from Australia. What time is it in Australia right now? Well, I guess it's fine. It's what, like early morning, right? Something like that. Holy schnootballs. Oh wow, we're like destroying our entire town with this. Alright. So, we're going to go back to a tried and true way. Now, one of the issues is I would like to be able to split the ends, but this one's really close. But what if we did this? That might be a good idea. And then another one, say, over here, for people who are going a little further into town. I don't know if this would be good or bad. I think this actually is going to encourage more lane changes, but we're gonna see soon enough. And yeah, here there's still a controlled intersection, which is poor. Which is very poor. This is what we get for trying new things, guys. We destroy our town. Hello, Pious Martyr! And everything's coming up Quill House. I like that. Thank you very much for subscribing. Alright, eventually people will use this. Right now they're coming in here and gradually funneling in. And here things are going to be okay. Although then they hit another light over here. You see that? I think these 4-lane highways or 4-lane roads are very poor. I think they're in fact increasing traffic considerably. We may end up bulldozing these blocks and relaying them out as 2 lanes. I mean, we don't have to bulldoze, but we'll have to do a bunch of crazy rezoning one way or another. Like, look at that, because it's this. And also this. There's still like this weird sort of start and stop thing that happens from time to time. Apparently we're missing some water or something over here, which is why we've got those abandoned houses. Yeah, this light. We are going to go and replace this all with 2-lane streets because there's no street lights. Surprised no one's coming down here yet, but there's still a massive amount of backed up traffic. Well, we're just going to have to let this play out as is and not do anything right now because a lot of these guys have like old paths put in. They'll resolve themselves soon, but I don't know. I think we're going to replace all that. We can do like do a comparison on the other side and see how things go. We still have this little bit here too, which may or may not be okay. So we'll build a conventional area on the other side with our 2-lane roads. That looks relatively straight. Oh! Straight line. I'm worried that might be a little too close to the highway. Meh. I'm sure it's fine. And the other thing is, by making these blocks 2 units long, yes, it creates a few more intersections, but it actually gives us a little bit more in terms of options for entering and leaving the city. Actually, here, I can do this, because I've got my grid pattern down. Like that. And then I mean, I still want a double lane somewhere. Maybe. For these connections. I like the idea of using a double lane for this. Ooh, getting under this bridge is going to be really challenging. I was hoping to connect right over there, but I'm not sure how we're going to pull that off. I have to scroll around that way, and then this way, and there we go. Good. Alright. Connect 2 sides of our town. And then we are going to Grab a ramp from here. Drop down. Where's the actual things? From here to there. Very good. I have 2 intersections relatively close to one another, which is not ideal. But if I go over here, it's not so bad, and I can actually come in right there. Lose a little bit of real estate, but separates things up nicely. And then we can make an exit here. And then maybe from here we can go to the other side. Not that there's going to be a lot of demand for this direction yet. There we go. We have a little connection between the two neighborhoods. Demand pretty heavy on the office side of things, so we'll go ahead and get those down. It's going to be serviced pretty heavily from the other side, so we don't have to worry too much about too many things. Let's go and put the commercial zone in the middle, actually, and then office there a bit, and then residential up the rest. Got sick people because of the traffic jams. This traffic jam is starting to clear. Or not. Everyone going to the same place. That one backup. And maybe this is the reason I should be developing a little bit more while paused. But you see, there's no backup here anymore. It's just the fact that people are just still having issues. As in real traffic jams move backwards as a wave through traffic. It's a really interesting thing. You should actually Google it. I don't know, traffic jam wave or something like that. You'll find it very interesting. Probably. I don't know. I find it interesting. Why 4? Oh, because you're trying to get out to the other side. You don't have any way to get out on the other lane right now. So we should do something about that. Where do I want this exit? It's a little tight here with that rail. It really cut into things. I could peel it away there. Oh, the problem here is if I take an off-ramp out of here, it will create a traffic light. Oh, it won't on here, even though people can make a turn this way. That's interesting. Okay, we can work with this then. We can leave from here, go up 2 levels. Try to get this placed. I don't know if we can do that. There we go. We've learned that coming in on the left can be a little bit dicey. But this should work. Because it looks like, yeah, people are trying to do this. So let's not make them do that. Let's make them go this way. Which should be fine. And there shouldn't be any cars that come the other way and try to do it. Because I think that'll generally be closer. And if it's not the end of the world. And we need to get some power going on. I think I will do the water tower trick. Put a water tower here. And maybe one over here, and then we've got to make sure we've got some buildings there, and I think a park would be a swell place, a swell building to have right over here, and help to connect up all that power with blue areas. Ta-da! And we may as well connect our water tower to our network. And these things need water pipes, otherwise they're going to be abandoned. Kind of got a derp water connection over here. There we are. See, our traffic wave is about here now, the traffic jam. Or has maybe disappeared completely at this point. Traffic is once again actually flowing. Bit bottlenecky here. And I'm not going to say it's not because of the traffic light here. Could certainly be. A little bit of people using it over here. That probably helps a bit. I don't think the traffic jam will return. Are people doing this to get over here? Or is that just kind of a weird fluke? They are. Because these are probably people who want to go over here but have come from this way, and so they can't use this shortcut. There we go. So it might cause a bit more of a backup over here, but I don't think this is going to be a huge quantity of people. Oh, does this really come out to 5-way stops? They all have different stop signs. I guess that makes sense.